Morning.
Bonjour, bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Bonjour, bon nuit.
Good morning to
Bonsoir to you.
everybody watching on the live stream. We have a very special guest, the best French chef in the Philippines, or our
Yes.
favorite French chef in the
Wow, thank you,
Philippines,
thank you.
Chef Cyrille Soenen, known as Sisu in the culinary circles. And we're so excited, Nancy. I'm so excited because every time I see Chef, I cannot ask him how did he start. And this is the perfect moment, I guess, for everybody also working with Chef Cyrille. To get to know, paano ba nagsimula? How did Chef Cyrille, how the Chef Sisu started his culinary career and inspire us, throughout his journey, and how did he end up in the Philippines
I
from
know.
France, di
I
ba?
know.
Oo,
He fell
and
in love. He fell in love.
he fell in love. Okay. And
Somehow.
I know a lot of people will be interested with the story. My name is Anton Diaz, founder of our awesome planet, together with the Nancy Reyes Lumen, streaming live in Houston, Texas, known as the Adobo
Honey.
Queen. And we're awesome live with Chef Cyrille Soenen. Can you
Good morning.
do a short film? Yes, finally we get Chef Sisu in the house.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning. So just for those people who don't really know me, I'm Chef Cyrille Soenen. Yes, my nickname is Sisu, and then that's the reason why I use this nickname to call my first restaurant. That was like in 2018. Something like that.
Does it mean anything, Sisu?
Sisu, no. It was a nickname that my parents decided to call me. I mean, it's like a small version of Cyrille, because like Sisu is like something cute, something nice.
But
When you say Sisu, you want to hold him. But when you say
Yeah.
Cyrille, you are like.
But what's the meaning of Cyrille? Is that a word, a French meaning or
A
something?
French soldier, no?
It's a French prénom, I would say. It's like a first name. There's two way how to write Cyrille. You have Cyrille with one L, and then you have Cyrille with double L-E, which I am, double L-E.
Okay.
So here in the Philippines, we have some ladies or girls named with Cyrille de so I mean,
Yeah.
in France, Cyrille de so yeah.
And sometimes they pronounce it as Cyrille.
Yes, that's the American version, Cyrille.
Yeah.
Cyrille.
So I all the time tell them, it's French version is Cyrille. Okay, so just to a little bit of me. So
Yeah.
I mean,
How did you start, Chef? Yeah.
Okay. So I started very early an apprentissage in the Ritz Hotel. That was in 1985 to 87.
Wow.
I was very lucky that I started in the Ritz Hotel in Paris. That's what I'm telling to all these young chefs. It's very important to start well, in terms of the industry. There is, when I say well, it's mean in a nice enterprise or nice company or nice restaurant with some chefs who are already well known. So it's help you to open plenty of doors of where you want to go, and then you learn like that, and then you can see if you are going to fine dining or if you are going to a different kind of restoration. So at least you can choose. So it's very important to start with a chef who can be a mentor for you, and then can really guide you in your future career. So that's what I did. I did 2 years in the Ritz Hotel in Paris. So it was an apprentissage. So it was like 1 week in the school, and then 3 weeks at work. So at this time, the Ritz Paris was the old one when I arrived, and then during this time, it was like quite a lot of renovation. So we were very lucky to start with the whole kitchen. but to see also as well the evolution of the new kitchen and things like that. So that was in 1985, 87. Now I'm seeing they renovated recently 5-6 years ago again with a fantastic kitchen or whatever. So when you start in this kind of hotel, you can meet so many people.
Yes.
First you meet the chef. You meet. I was lucky to work with 1, 2, 3, 4 at this time 5 meilleurs ouvriers de France,
Wow.
which is MOF in France. Meilleur ouvrier de France is one of the. Yeah, I mean, it is not one of. It's the fantastic. I will say award that you can get when you are a chef in France. So it's something that it's not a competition. It's something really against yourself, I will say. They don't get the best one. Maybe 1 year, not everybody will be at a certain standard. So no one will become a meilleur ouvrier de France. Or sometimes we'll have like 10 or 12. But every 2 years, there is like almost like more than 600 people joining the contest. And then only 10 or 15 are chosen. So that's very, 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 very difficult contest. So I was lucky to learn with all of these people around me. So, when you are 16 years old and then you talk with those people, especially at this time, it was very strict. The culinary, I will say, the culinary environment was very, 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 very strict at this time. It was not like now where it's a little bit more like talking about TV show and things like that, where it's like more open. There it was very, I will say almost like the disciplinary of the army,
Yeah.
which is in a certain way not good for certain people who don't like those kind of things.
Yeah.
But for it was good because at this time you need to have this rigor and these strict things. Fair, of course. Some chef was very fair. Some other was maybe not, a little bit more overpowering themselves by doing things. But I will say you learn a lot if you want to do, and then that's what I did. And then of course in the Ritz Hotel at this time you can get so many kind of different products and things like that. So you are really open. So you it's like a new computer, When you get a computer,
Yes.
you just filled up with also many information and everything. So it's actually the same things, When you start in the Ritz like that, you get so many things, and then you just get it. You get it. You learn. I was able to be able to cook for people very well known, like a different kind of politician in the world, star. I remember I cooked something for Madonna. She was staying in Ritz, I mean, those kind of things. It's really something that, and then it's in Paris. So, like imagine all the things happening and things like that. So very lucky to start like that. So because of that, after my 2 years, I get my diploma of chef, culinary. And then I wanted to continue to learn more. So that's the reason why I went to pastry also as well. So I decided to get my pastry diploma also as well. And because I heard some of the chefs telling me, if one day you want to have your own restaurant, it's nice to know about pastry, because if not, you will have to get a pastry chef, and then sometime, it's nice to know all of that. So that's what I listened that, and I decided to do the pastry. At this time, the pastry was like really huge contest. I mean, like a diploma, because everything was part of the pastry. Chocolate. You should know how to do the chocolate. You should know how to do the ice cream. You should know to do confiserie also as well. So it was like all of this one combined in one. Now it's like all different. So you can choose. You can do the boulangerie only, the pastry only, the confiserie only, the glacier only, and then the chocolaterie only. So, but before it was one whole. So it was quite difficult to get that, because I decided to not go to school. I decided to just work in the pastry with a chef, and then do it by myself on the contest. Okay, so it was not like I didn't have any school to help me at this time. Okay, for that. So, and then I continued to change different restaurants. So of course, since I was coming to the Ritz, like I tell you, if you do it well, it opened a lot of doors. So you have more, I will say, more option where to go and choose where to go to work. So I decided to go back to the gastronomy and then to fine dining. So 1-star Michelin, 2-star Michelin, and then I was able to go with to all of these chefs who are some well known and things like that, which is help a lot also as well. So when you decided, and
Chef
then my
Cyrille, Chef Cyrille, who were these well-known chefs that you got in touch with or that you cross paths with?
well, first it's my chef mentor, which is his name is Mr. Chef Guy, which is he is a mayor of France. He's also as well part of the same association that I am, the Maitre Cuisinier de France, right here. Okay, so that's the association of a chef. We are only like around 400 only. This is only for the French chef, and then you don't go there just like that because you open the door. No, you've been there because you are invited by the chef, and then they decide also as well if you can go to this association based on where you work, based on what you do, based on what you are doing actually in terms of culinary, based on your sharing with other chefs. How do you do? How do you deal with press? How do you deal with all of these things? You know, so they are looking at all of that. It's not because you send your name and then you get part of it. No, it's really very strict also as well. So anyway, so that's Mr. Chef Guy is on retiring now, but he's still very very active in the French culinary in France. Michel Roth, it was one of the first chefs, the most awarded in France. So he has almost everything. He has a Bocuse d'Or. He wins the Bocuse d'Or.
Wow.
He's mayor of France. He's part of the Maitre Cuisine France also as well. He win Prosper Montagnier, so which is another competition in France. Quite a lot of this I will say competition in France. So it make him very 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 popular and very good. He's a very nice guy. He's now a chef somewhere in Switzerland. I think he's part of the chef executive somewhere, and then very well again busy with all the French community chef. And then I went to quite a lot of things of chef, of course. I went to Chef Fauché, that was 1-star Michelin. I went to also as well. I went back to the Ritz hotel also as well. So that's where I was an apprentice, but I went back to the Ritz. I went back to the Ritz like a chef de partie, and then this is where I become a chef de partie there also as well. Then after that, I went with Mr. Christian Lesquer, who was part of the Ritz also as well. But then he moved to a restaurant Opera in the Grand Hotel Intercontinental in Opera, and then he has a 2-star Michelin. He has now 3-star Michelin in the restaurant of the very nice hotel in Paris. So he's very well known. He's like a fantastic chef, very creative. So you learn a lot from all of these chefs. You try to, you are like a sponge. You get everything, and then you get all the ideas, you get all the technique from them, and then of course together, you do your own technique after, and using all of them also as well. So which is very 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 nice. Mm-hmm. So because I was in the Grand Hotel in Intercontinental in Manila, and then during all of this day, of course, I get married, and then I marry Anna. Anna she's from the Philippines. She's from Bacolod. I didn't because I get married with her in 1992. But
How did you meet, Chef? How did you meet?
How did you meet? In Paris or in Manila?
No. I met her in Bacolod. It's a long story, but I will make it short. But anyway, today it's a special day, live. It's 3 hours with me, okay, guys? So, okay, no, but to make it short, this because it's a fantastic histoire. I mean, a very nice story to tell, and then I'm very proud and happy to share. So, the first time I met Anna, my wife, it was in 1989. It was in Bacolod. The reason why I came to the Philippines is because my family, the Soenen family, and then the Soenen, the Gaston family, in McDonald's. Knew each other since 1960. Okay, I was not born. I born in 1968.
Okay.
So the reason why they knew each other is because Anna has a uncle who was priest. He's still priest. He's a Monsignor now. His name is Father Gigi Gaston. Okay, and then he came to France, and he came to Europe. He went to Italy, and then he stayed in France, and then he stayed in the family of my parents, of my dad, the Soenen family. So he was there, and then they were all young, at this time, so they know each other. And then my grandfather, because they were very religious, they was going to the church every Sunday. And then the priest, who was well known with my family, decided to go to ask to some of the family who was there during the mass, after the mass, if somebody can take care of this priest, if somebody has a room for him. And then my grandfather, I said, well, I have 8 kids. One more will not be a big difference. So he came to the family and stayed to the family of my dad. He was a very young priest at this time, same age as my dad, same age as my uncle and my aunt. So they did quite a lot of things together in terms of learning how to drink, learning how to eat, and then going out, and then enjoying. And then when I born in 1968, he was the one who celebrates my baptisms. So he was the one who baptized me in France.
How old were you then?
I was like in France. When you are Catholic, you get baptism very early. Okay, so I don't even remember. I was very young. Okay, so but the things like the priest, Father Gigi, who was all the time coming back in the family and see us, like just to check on, and then he was all the time staying with us. So I learned to meet him, and then for me, he was my uncle of the Philippines. Like somehow it was like that. And then it was he likes to cook. Every time that he came to the house, he was like cooking. So my first adobo, my first things like that, I eat it at I was only 6 or 8 years old. But he was doing that in France. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember he was going to the Chinese market and Chinese thing, and he was getting some ingredients, and he was cooking that in the kitchen, and I was like looking at him and then helping him to get the ingredients from our kitchen, because of course he didn't know so much the kitchen, so I was helping him. So yeah, so he was like, he introduced us to the Filipino food and things like that. So we like that. It was nice. So for my 20 birthday, my parents asked me what I wanted to have, and I asked them. I said, "You pay me a ticket to Thailand." And then the reason why Thailand, because at this time in France, it was all over the subway. Plenty of advertisement about like Bangkok, about like all of that. Not so much about the Philippines. When you ask in France at this time, where is the Philippines? No one knew where it was the Philippines. Okay,
Yeah.
so no one. Okay, so I'm telling you, until even now, I'm sure some French people don't even know where it is. But anyway, me, I know where it is, and I'm living it here, so that's why. But at this time, and then my mom said, no, you will not go to Thailand. You will go to the Philippines. And I said, okay, but what's the Philippines? I don't know. Where's the Philippines? Whatever. I said, your Father Gigi Gaston is from the Philippines, and then you will go with him and everything. So here come Father Gigi Gaston. So me, my brother and I decided to go to the Philippines, and then he was our guide, I will say, when we arrived here. So at this time we take Air France. It was a very long trip. I think we have like four stopover. We did Paris, Munich, Karachi, Bangkok, Manila. Finally, you know what I mean? After I don't know how many hours, it was like crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, so finally we arrived in Manila, and then boom. When the door of the airport opened, you have the heat like that. You are, oh my God, why I am here? what kind of vacation it's going to be, you know what I mean? So, and then of course we arrived here, and then all the friend of Father Gigi, which will be that I will say the whole auntie, and then all, you know, the family, but all people, no young people. We were like, oh, it's going to be fun in the Philippines, okay? So anyway, so we started to meet everybody in the family, and then to meet his niece, and then his nephew. So it was a little bit more interesting. So because they were more young and things like that. So that's why, and that was in October 1989.
Wow,
Right?
1989. Wow, how many years ago?
So my first time in the Philippines was in October 1989.
That's more
So
now, more than 30 years ago now, right?
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we stay in Manila for a couple of weeks, and then after that, he bring us to Bacolod because the Gaston family come from Bacolod. So this is where we
Ah.
stayed 3 weeks in Bacolod. So we were able to go a little bit everywhere to eat everything in Bacolod, and then you know that the food in Bacolod is quite very nice and very exciting. So we were quite very happy. We did a couple of things. We went to the beach. We went to different kind of mountain, you know, to see that the waterfall and things like that. And then at this time, Anna, my wife, she was between. She just finished her degree in terms of business, and then she was actress before. I don't know if you know that, but she was an actress, and then she was just starting acting, and then so she was between those things, you know, doing some ad and then things like that on TV, and then doing like a couple of acting. And then since she was there, she take care of us somehow. She was speaking a little bit of French because she has a little bit of a couple of lessons in the French school. And so she was like, you know, because my English was terrible. I mean, I'm not saying my English is perfect now, but it was terrible before. Okay, like
Was it love at first sight?
so. I'm sorry.
Was it love at first sight?
Love at first sight.
No, to be honest, not really at the first time. No. I mean, you know, it's like it was not like a like that or whatever. It was we learn how to we learn how to meet and things like that. So, but of course, you know, I was 20 years old, and then, you know, young boy. I was single at the time, so of course, you know what I mean. So, and then French, you know, the French how they speak, you know, so very. So I said, okay, I have to do something, okay. So anyway, so well, we this is how we met, and then that was in October 1989. I came back the years after, and that's why I decided to switch my job and to work on the cruise ship, because at this time the cruise ship, and then that's why I work on the Mermoz, you know. At this time it was the last French boat with a flag, French flag. Okay, it was Croisière Paquet. That was the last one, the last French, I will say, agency where you can do the cruise ship. Yeah. So I decided to do that. The reason why I decided to go there is to earn money quick and good money, so to be able to come back in Manila to see Anna. Then you can say then the love started now. Okay. In 90, I came back, so I decided to come back alone. Okay, so not with my brother, really alone. I was like here, and then of course we spent a little bit more time together, and then it was in Manila. We went to Boracay. We went to quite a couple of things. I stayed 1 month.
In the
It was
90s.
in April 1990. Yeah, and then from that, of course, the walking on the boat it's very nice. You can see a lot of country. You can see a lot of things, but it's not really stable. It's like, you know, I wanted to go back to fine dining and then to do the things, and that's why I went to the Ritz. And then when I was in the Ritz, Anna decided to come to visit France because she never went to France. She went to the States. I think she went to some of Europe, but not France. So she decided to go to France, and then she spent also 1 month vacation. So I'll tour her. So that was my I said my turn to bring her all over my family. So
Nice.
we went somehow we did the Tour de France, a little bit, so at least she can see
Wow.
all the um, all the different paysage of France and different kind of food, and then see my family because our family is quite big, the Soenen, and then we are quite
Nice.
all over France also as well. So she likes the place. She stay with my because at this time I was staying with my parents, so she stayed with us, and then she came back to the Philippines, and she decided to come back straight away to learn French, but a little bit more in terms of French, more on the business side, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
And then so she stayed. She stayed like 1 year and a half, and then in 1992, then we decided to get married. So it's not like now here the marriage is very easy. At this time, I have to write letters and send it to her mom, and saying, "Oh, I'm quite serious, and I want to marry your daughter." Blah 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 blah. So it was done like properly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
pamanhikan,
Yeah,
pamanhikan. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So and then of course they say yes. I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, I was very happy that they said yes. And then so then we decided to get married in 1992. Yeah, it was in August. So first we get married in France in the city hall.
Wow.
Okay? So at least for the paper to be a little bit faster and everything. So it was like since she was in France, and then we have our church wedding in Bacolod, and then we have another wedding in France after in the church also as well. But yeah, so we have three uh, three
Nice.
ceremonies. Three ceremonies.
So
So
romantic.
and then and then after that, then we decided Anna decided to stay. So we decided to stay in France. So she started to work in France. All paper was okay, so that was easy for her. So she started to work in France, and then
Ah.
so we get married in 1992. In 1996, our first kids arrive, which is Cassandra
Oh.
Soenen.
How old is she now?
Now she born in 1996. She's 25 or 26. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, wow.
Wow.
So now Cassandra is living in Montreal. She's very happy there. She's working. She's into ballet, dancing because she was
Mm.
doing ballet here
Nice.
in the Philippines from when she was like kids, and then because we stay in France. Um, when we decided to come back to Manila from Paris, where I was working in the Intercontinental Grand Hotel Intercontinental Manila, I was able to find a job here in Intercontinental Manila, and then I was a chef of Intercontinental.
Mm.
So when we moved here, Cassandra had 3 years old, and then Antonin was like just born in 1999, so he was 3 months only. Okay,
Nice.
maybe 6 months only. He was very, very, very. He was a baby. Okay, so when we decided to come here, and then because Anna stayed 9 years in France, okay, far from her
Ah,
family.
9 years.
Every year we were coming in vacation, and then we were like coming here in the Philippines in vacation. We stay here for a couple of weeks, and then went back to France. And then I tell her, okay, you give me 9 years to stay in France with the family and everything, with my job, with my career. So it's time to move. So that's why we were looking for a job in Asia. And then
In
I
Manila.
was lucky to find a job in Intercontinental Manila, chef of Prince Albert. Okay.
Wow, Prince Albert. Wait, Chef, before you proceed to Manila, I like to acknowledge that there are a lot of people watching, no? First, of course, Chef Jackie Ang po,
Oh,
idol. And she said, maybe you can give context. What do you need? I send Chef Cyrille, pinakamasayang ka-exchange gift. Okay.
Why? Why is that?
Why?
Why did
What's
you
that,
say
Chef?
that?
okay. Can you help me on Pinataga Masayong Ka Exchange?
You're the best guy to have an exchange gift with.
During Christmas.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because okay, one day I was um I need to prepare my Kouign-amann, and I was looking at for butter, and then we didn't have so much butter in the thing, so it was during the, I think it was during the pandemic, and then
Uh-huh.
the butter was difficult to find, and then suddenly she said, "Okay, I have some butter for you." Okay, so I asked her, okay, so, and then it was from a good brand, and then she said, "Okay, good, so take this butter," and then in exchange to say thank you, I give her the cleaver, so that's why. So that's why now she's the butter is like in exchange of the cleaver. So of course any exchange gift she will do it for in exchange of the cleaver. So that's why.
Okay.
Lucky girl.
Dwayne De Leon Legaspi, bonjour, Chef Cyrille.
Bonjour Duen. Bonjour Duen.
Bonjour. Blanche.
Of course, this one
Uh,
Blanche. Hi Blanche.
Blanche. Wait.
Blanche
Am
working. Blanche is working with me in Admiral. So Amper also as well.
Blanche Pasa.
Yeah,
Amper. Hello, guys.
Mr.
Mikey. And of course, your MGallery chef, Cyril. So we'll talk about the MGallery later.
Yeah,
Matt was saying, great to hear your detailed
yeah.
path and life story, chef. We'll
That's
continue
my
that in
that's
Manila
my big
from
boss. That's my big
Prince,
boss. Hello.
Prince Albert. And yeah, Chef Jackie is still here. Was asking me to lend him powder, sugar, and butter. He gave me
Wow.
foie gras.
Yeah,
Wow,
exactly the same.
that's very good. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Sorry, it was not even butter. It was like white sugar. Yeah, powder white sugar. No.
Okay, chef. So let's go to the Manila. So interesting. Prince Albert. So you practically seen Manila at the start, no? When Prince Albert started. So
Yeah.
what
So
happened?
I arrived in 1999. That was a time where I came. I supposed to start in December 1999 for Prince Albert, and I remember the chef of Intercontinental, Mr. Clément, told me, you know what? Since it will be maybe your last Christmas with your family, because after that you will be working all the time, just enjoy your Christmas, and then you come back on January 1. So basically, I didn't
Uh,
work for Christmas in 1999, but I start in January 1, 2000. So you remember between the 1999 and 2000, everybody
yes.
was afraid about the computer things, whatever, blah 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 blah. Me, I was not afraid. I was in the beach, and then I enjoyed very well. We were in Bacolod. We enjoyed. So we came here in 1999, December. And then we just close the house, we close the apartment. I sell everything. I sell car. I sell everything that I have there just to be able to come here. We put everything in a big container, you know what I mean, and then a couple of bottle of wine. At this time, I don't know if we
Wow.
can. So it was totally a big change for me, and then a new life, and to live in Manila. So when we arrived here, we live in an apartment somewhere in Ortigas,
Mhm.
and then we were with the kids. So Cassandra was 3 years old, Antonia was 6 months, and then that's it. So I start my new journey here in the Philippines with discovering everything. So it's like not only discovering the family and the people, but the discovering about like walking in the street, going to work. I quickly managed to get a bike because in France I was like going to work with a bike. So I bought my first scooter, and then I hope your son Nancy is hearing that because it was a Piaggio also as well. So and then I was going around with the only Piaggio at this time in the Philippines. Not so many people was doing the bicycle at this time.
Yeah.
Now it's like crazy. You have like a bike everywhere, but before that, the people who was doing on the bike was a crazy one. You know what I mean? So people who was like not afraid with the pollution and things like that or whatever. But for me, it was fantastic because easy to park, easy. I mean, no less traffic and things like that. So that's what I started, and then I start my journey in Prince Albert. So Prince Albert at this time was like the restaurant, I will say. It was a hotel restaurant. Not so many restaurants open just like that. Uh,
Yeah.
Most of the restaurant that you wanted to eat good food, you needed to go to the hotel. So like Shangri-La, Peninsula, and then all of this one.
Mhm.
So it was a Prince Albert, it was a Cheval Blanc in Shangri-La, it was a whole Manila in Peninsula, and then basically that's it in terms of a French restaurant where French chef was behind those restaurants. That's it. Okay. After that, nothing so much. Of course, you have so many restaurants, Filipino restaurant or Italian restaurant, but the French one
Mhm.
was the only one at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so I started to do the Prince Albert and then putting my signature of my special work signature in terms of culinary, and then sharing all what I knew, and then with the staff. So
Chef,
it
what was
was
your signature dish at the Prince
this.
Albert?
Oh, at this time it was I don't know if you remember that, Nancy. We did something with Claude Taillac. Do you
Yes,
remember that?
yes.
And then we were like doing with some duck liver and things like that. So
Yes.
it was
Okay.
I did like a small touron of duck liver, you know what I mean, with some
Oh,
cherry cherry marmalade, things like that. So
yeah.
at this time I like to work very much with the duck liver. So it's true that people really like those kind of things. So of course, the signature dish of Prince Albert was the prime rib, but I'm not the one who brings that there. It was already existing there, so that's why Prince Albert was well known for the prime rib. But I was
Mhm.
able to get the trust and then the confiance of all the guests, because I remember at the end, after my 5 years of Prince Albert, um, of course, I become chief executive of the Hotel Intercontinental during these 5 years. But at the
Ah.
beginning, it was like people didn't even look at the menu. They was like calling me directly. So, chef, what are
Yeah.
you going to cook for me
Yeah.
tonight? And then, that was fantastic. I mean, it was fantastic. It was I finally get the trust and then the confiance of the customer. But of course, it was a little bit difficult for me because I have to get all the ordering. So the waiter was just looking at me like that, said, "Good job, chef. Good job, chef." So we
Chef, you were the darling of the media at that time.
At the time? At the time?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
the. You know what do you mean by
the
when they
darling,
say
but I'm still the
crush
darling
ng
of the media.
bayan? Chef, do you know crush ng bayan? Crush
Sorry,
ng bayan.
Sino.
You were the crush
Yeah, I was a crush of who?
of the media.
Oh,
Of the
okay.
whole world, of the whole Manila at the time.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't lose that. Okay, so okay, no, it's true that well, but the things also as well is like I think Intercontinental was the best place for me to start to work and to
Okay.
learn as a country. You know what I mean? It was well. I mean, the hotel was here since quite a long time. Most of the client who was going to Prince Albert was like somehow the whole Philippines, the whole Manila. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
At the time.
different kind, politician, of course, but a lot of those people who are very strong here in the Philippines. And then what was very nice also as well is the PR, Jenny Peña. I mean, she's one of the fantastic lady who taking care of the PR, and because of her, well, you have to be there. So at this time, it was a lot of newspaper. We didn't have so much of Facebook and then all of these media things. So whatever, it was not existing. So it was a lot. Everything was on the newspaper, which I like it also as well. So you know what I mean? A nice article and things like that. And then I like that. I like that, to be honest. So I like that,
And
and
then,
then I'm game. You know, when people was asking me and a question or whatever, that's most of chefs do not want to spend time because they are like that, or
yeah,
they are very Sunni or very like that, which
yeah,
I'm not.
especially the French chef, but
Yeah,
not
it
you.
is,
But not
it's
you.
true. So, and then I was not, and then I all the time take time for them to answer, and then I'm thinking that's why they appreciate, and maybe that's why they like to write about me. But also I was also as well somehow creative, and then doing things, and then bringing something new all the time,
Uh-huh.
promotion, things like that. So that's important also.
I know I wrote about you also. Maybe
Yes, you
two
did.
times. Yeah.
You did quite a lot of time, yeah, Nancy. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. Yeah, and then I mean,
And then,
Doreen Fernandez write about me, you know what I
Doreen,
mean?
yes.
And
Doreen
then
also.
that's big time, you know what I mean? Because Doreen was writing only if it was okay, or if it no, sorry, only if it was good. Okay, if it was okay, she was not going to write. So
Yes.
you know, yeah. So and then we did a lot of promotion, like at this now you can call it like forehand, but at this time
For-
we were not calling it forehand. We like the collaboration with other chefs. So I
Uh-huh.
did one. The first one was with Claude Tayag, was fantastic. Like
Ah.
we had good love. You know, it was funny. It was like we bring a lot of guests. So of course, because of that, it's helped to meet people and things like that. And then the second one who was very popular also at it was with Chef Reggie Aspiras. So
Oh,
that
wow.
we did a collab with her. Okay, so it was very very nice. And then of course a different collab with a foreigner chef who was coming. Like I remember we have this Dutch chef, very I mean not old, a certain age I will say at this time. And then this one, he was a master of the white asparagus, okay, in his country.
Oh
Parang-
yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if
Yes.
you remember that, but the guy he was so crazy about the asparagus, the white, that he looked like an asparagus. You know what I mean? So in the morning when you wake up him, he looked like an asparagus. Every day he was going to the fridge, looking at the I'm saying I'm not sure, but I'm thinking he was talking about the asparagus. You know what I mean? So that's how he was, like very like talking to. But I learned things with him, you know what I mean? So and then this promotion was fantastic, you know what I mean? So very well done promotion, and then very successful, of course, but that's also as well Jenny Pena. I'm going to tell her again.
Yes.
Jenny Pena, when she was organizing something, it has to be successful all the time. So whatever she will do, whatever she will put it was going, you knew that it's going to be successful. So of course at the beginning I didn't know her. She was like asking so much, and I was like, wow, what's happening? But then I learned how to work with her, and then it's yeah, I learned a lot with her, big
And
time.
she speaks French.
She speaks French, yes, because she worked in Air France. And then she was also as well somehow Miss Filipina, no, Philippine, for a certain time. And then she was doing that. In the same time, she was doing that with one of the auntie of Anna. So we know it's great. Some also as well
Ah.
Okay.
some nice things. So yeah. Because of
So-
course, because of the family of Anna, the Gaston family is quite well known also as well
Yeah.
in Bacolod, here in Manila. So it's helped me also as well to meet all of this customer in the
People.
Philippines.
Yeah, all the people. So how long were you been in Intercon? And then
So Intercon, I
where did
stayed
you
there
move?
for 5 years. 5 years, because at a certain time they were talking about like closing the hotel and everything. So I was a little bit afraid that I might not find a job, and then I might need to leave the Philippines again. And then I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stay more in the Philippines. So that's the reason why I moved to a sister company in terms of IG, so Intercontinental Hotel, which was Crown Plaza at this time. So I
Oh.
opened Crown Plaza in Ortigas.
Yes.
At this time, Crown Plaza was the one who was the biggest ballroom at this time.
Yes.
Because of course now everything changed, and then Shangri-La went with a bigger ballroom and things like that. So I opened Crown Plaza. I was a chef of Crown Plaza for the opening, and I was taking care also as well of Intercontinental. Holiday Inn hotel. So I have these two things, okay. And then I was also as well after that. So I worked 3 years there. I worked 3 years in Plaza, and then I decided to open my own restaurant. So
Yes.
Celeste.
restaurant Sisu, who was in Hotel Celeste.
Yeah.
So Hotel Celeste was the first boutique hotel at this time in Manila. Very luxurious, very European. So I thought it was like perfect for opening a restaurant Sisu there. So we opened a restaurant Sisu there. We were taking care of all the restaurants there, the room service, breakfast, and everything, and then the restaurant Sisu. So restaurant Sisu was my first restaurant, I will say, on my name here in Manila. So and then we did that with Anna, okay, the two of us.
Nice.
So it was very good. I will say that because of this restaurant, and Sisu is well known now in terms of the name. Okay,
Yes.
I finally start my Kouign-amann. Okay, again, I'm not saying that I invent the Kouign-amann, but I bring it here in the Philippines. I was the
Yes.
first one to bring this one here in the Philippines, and then yeah, it was very successful. People was very happy on all what we did. But of course, a business, it's a business. If you don't have like I will say a good partner at the back, and then to help you, when sometimes you do a fantastic day, sometimes you do less fantastic day. So you have to the balance like that. So we decided to move to Montessori in Green Hills, and then open a Brasserie Sisu. So Brasserie Sisu was a little bit more like open to family. We have the place there was like more for kids also as well, really for family, like a brasserie things. Okay, the food was more or less the same, more sharing dishes and things like that. So we did fantastic things there also as well. I remember we were very people were very happy there. I mean, we have a lot of people, family. Just to share with you a very nice story. When I
Yeah.
was in Brasserie Sisu, we have this a young couple who they were not married, but they were a young couple, and then they came to Brasserie Sisu a couple of time and then years. So yes, and then recently, our first wedding that we organized here in Admiral was this couple. So when they show me the picture, they say, "Chef, look, we were going to your restaurant, and then here now you marry us. I mean, you marry us. Here now you do the event for us and you cook for us. So how fantastic it is and everything." So you see, those kind of things to share that,
Right.
because it's not people will not even believe you if you say that, but it's true. It's something fantastic. So those people. So that's why somehow I met a lot of people there. A lot of people came. They enjoy the food there in Sisu and everything. But so like everything, there's some hand also as well. And then I went back to the industry of work, and this is where I get to start with a resort world. I was a chef.
Mm.
At this time, it was impression. I was a chef of only impression at this time, and then after 1 year and a half, I get promoted of director culinary of arts, and I was a chef of. I was the director of culinary of the whole restaurant in Resort World. So Resort World is a place where I stay the longest time, 6 years. I stay with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, well, really like the environment. Different also as well, because the casino things, you meet different people also as well, which is very nice. But at the end of the day, you still have the same goal to do, is to prepare good food, to make
Yeah.
sure that the people enjoy the food and then come back to the restaurant. So I'm thinking that was very nice. And then I have a very good team also there. Also, it was very nice. Yeah, I learned a lot of things there.
That's throughout the pandemic, chef, or before pandemic you had?
No, that was before the pandemic. It was between 2015 to 2018.
Ah, okay.
Chef, where were you during the pandemic and how did you
Yeah.
survive?
Okay, so after Resort World, I resigned at Resort World to go to a fantastic project. Supposed to be a fantastic project. I still believe that it's a fantastic project, because I think for the Philippines it will be fantastic. Well, it was this hotel management with Dusit, and
Oh,
then
yes.
with
What?
Lausanne,
I didn't hear it. Hotel
Dusit.
with Dusit. It was a Dusit D2, and it was in just near the SM Aura in BGC. And then the Dusit D2 supposed to be the one hotel of hotel management with Dusit hotel management, with also partenariat with Lausanne, and partenariat also as well with Paul Bocuse. So for me, that was something like you cannot find anywhere in the world, because you cannot find anywhere in the world a place where there is Lausanne and where there is Paul Bocuse under the same roof. There is no way. Those are two big competitors in Europe. Okay,
Yeah.
they are fighting each other. Who will be the best one in terms of culinary, in terms of, and then us, who, I mean, not me personally, but the people who work on that before was able to put both of them under the same roof, and for what? To give the maximum of experience, and then to share all of the experience to our young students. What was
Yeah.
supposed to do, and then that's what we was supposed to do. So we started with this nice hotel. It was like a 120 hotel, not a big one, but everything for the school and everything for the student. So we don't have a ballroom, but we have like six restaurant was there, and all restaurant of application for the student, helped by professional also as well. Okay, and I was in charge of all of that, and then I like it very much, the idea, and that's the reason why I left research world at this time. So we worked a couple of years on that, and then we finally opened it in 2000. I will say 2019
19 or 20?
no, 2009 or 18. Sorry, October 2018, and then we opened only the restaurant, because at this time the room was not totally finished. So we opened the restaurant. We have also as well student. I remember I start my first session of student in the whole du Site Manila. I don't know if you know there's this Italian restaurant before. We took over this one, and it was our school, du Site, the school at this time. And then finally, when the construction was finished, we moved to du Site D2. And then we have all the restaurant. Everything was beautiful, all equipment. The kitchen was well designed. Everything was really something fantastic for the student. It was like really European standard, I would say. Each people who came to visit, they said, wow, it's going to be fantastic. And then student was like there. Our few students that we have was very happy at this time. It was very nice. Then the pandemic arrived. So of course, when you have a school and student with the pandemic, you remember it was like Zoom things, whatever. So culinary stopped, because we cannot do culinary things on Zoom. Very difficult. You know, you need to teach them hand to hand, and then after that, they keep us 1 year, just like that, and then they decided to stop the whole idea. So the whole project is stopped. So sayang naman, very sayang. Okay, but then so then I was like that during my pandemic, back to my house, and I said, okay, so what do we do? Do we stay and be a number one of Netflix, and then do nothing? Do no? So I just resuscite Sisu. But in terms of everything was like takeout. So I was cooking like crazy at home, doing Kouign-amann, doing all of this one and everything at home. Good thing that I have like quite a good equipment. And then, yeah, that's what I was doing during the pandemic.
Nice.
And the pandemic finally cessed, and then we are very open. And then I find this very nice opportunity with Admiral Hôtel Manila MGallery with Accor. And then that's where I am now. I'm the chef executive of MGallery, the first MGallery in the Philippines, and with Accor. And then it's fantastic. It's a very nice place, beautiful, luxury boutique hotel, very nice. We have fantastic restaurant. Everything it's decor. The decor is very special, very unique, I would say. Each room is very nice. I was able to try the room also as well, and then we are in soft opening tomorrow.
Wow! Congratulations. So
yeah.
what's the restaurant? There are like a few restaurants. Maybe can you talk about
Yeah,
the food
of course.
there?
So it's like the hotel is like around 120 room, okay, with different kind of room. It's a 9th-floor building, so it's not really a huge one in terms of I will say high. We have a beautiful lobby, which is called El Atrio. This is where the first restaurant We have a very nice boutique, patisserie boutique with celebrity chef, pastry chef, which is Kevin Hong. I don't know if you know him, but he's a fantastic, very talented chef. He's doing like chocolate, he's doing pralines, he's doing big cake, and then he's doing like choux. It's like fantastic. So the whole boutique is for him. So it's like he's doing a lot of same like what I used to do, like Sisu, a lot of takeout and things like that online.
Mhm.
And that will be his first boutique here in the Philippines. So we are very excited. He's very excited. His product is very beautiful. Tasting so, I mean, the chocolate, it's very nice. Very talented chef. Very well known also as well. So people are starting to come and get all of his praline, his bonbon and chocolate, was very nice. So that's on the ground floor. So we have the lobby, the Ella Trio restaurant where we serve all day dining. I would say breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then with a la carte. Okay.
Maybe chef, we can see. Do you have photos of the place so we can already start with the pictures? If you have, we'd like to see.
It's not in the photo, eh?
Oh, it's
Yes.
not. Oh.
But we can share you things. Don't worry, we'll send you that. Okay. And then what we have after on the same floor, on the ground floor, we have the ballroom. Okay, it's called the Blue Gallery. Okay, we have 2 rooms there, more or less like 150 seating capacity. So a very nice, elegant ballroom. Okay, and then on the 9th floor, this is our all-day dining. This is where people will be having the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's a buffet restaurant and a la carte also as well. We have some station. So I don't know if you remember Seven Corner.
Yes,
Restaurant of, so it's something, I mean, different design, but we have like a different station like that. So we have a very Asian station where we do noodles, dim sum, sushi, sashimi. For Japanese corner, we have also as well a wok, so we can do like Asian wok there.
Nice.
We have a fantastic display of pastry with a unique display of ice cream, more than 12 flavors there. So people will be crazy about the ice cream there. We have very nice oven there where we can do a baking of our bread and then hot pastry à la minute. Then we have the Malayan kitchen. The Malayan kitchen is like it looks like a kitchen at home, So it's like a very nice kitchen design. People can see the chef doing the cooking à la minute things there. Very nice. When you go there, you think that you are in your own kitchen. Okay, so that's the feeling. It's beautiful. So this year we'll do more on the bistro, French food, Mediterranean, something like that. So very nice. We have a very nice salad bar on the side. And then on the other side of the nice Admiral Club, because that's how it's called, the restaurant, we have a Josper station. This barbecue. So we have a Josper. So a lot of things will come from the Josper grill. So it's very good. The level is very nice, something different. And then we have this tapas corner where we have all our cheese and cold cut and all these tapas done à la minute. So that's part also as well of the buffet. And then the a la carte of Admiral is essentially all meat that we are aging in the fridge, where you can see it's like a Sisu. And then most of the meat we cook in the Josper restaurant and Josper barbecue. So very flavor, very special. I'm very excited about that. I'm very happy about that also as well. Very nice. It's a nice equipment that we have. Last time we have some training with a Spanish chef from Barcelona. It was fantastic, very nice. He gave us plenty of tips that we will share with all of you guys. So it's going to be fantastic. And then on the same floor, we have our Coconut Grove bar. It's outside, around the swimming pool, because we have a swimming pool. And then Coconut Grove bar is like where our fantastic mixologist, director of bar, Mr. Drouant, he was there on live earlier. He just say hi. So he's a fantastic guy. Not every day I'm drinking cocktail, and don't get me wrong, okay? But He gave me some try, and I find out this guy is very successful. He's very creative in terms of cocktails, so he's going to be crazy there in Coconut Grove. We have a small menu also as well, going to go with all of this cocktail and things like that. So imagine you are on the ninth floor, and then the view is Manila Bay. You can see the yacht club of Manila.
Oh,
You can see the whole Sofitel at the back. No, sorry, the Sofitel, sorry, hotel. You can see it at the back, and then you know it's beautiful. So sunset, that's the place where to go. I
Yes.
mean,
wow. We're so
yeah,
excited, Chef.
it's a very nice place for the sunset. It's beautiful. So yeah, and then come after I will
There's
say
more.
yeah, it's like a diamond of the hotel. It's not a diamond, it's a ruby, because the name of the bar is called it Ruby Wong. Okay, it's a story
Ruby.
of this ladies, Asian lady who used to have a restaurant, small restaurant bar, more on the bar, near the port, and of each of this big country of Asia. So it was like something like a little bit, I will say, speakeasy style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you were at this time, where you was like smoking a little bit things and drinking, and then be okay and happy with plenty of things happening. So that's going to be our surprise things. Basically, it's a Chinese bar with beautiful things, and then
Nice.
with special entrance. So yeah, something crispy to discover soon. Yes, yes.
Chef,
Yes.
what will be your signature dish in your own the Sisu signature dish that we should
Yeah,
look for?
of course. So in Admiral, of course, I'm not going to do like the Sisu exactly the same. I'm going to create something for Admiral, which is of course based on what I know how to do. Like I mean, good French food. So what I do, I share a lot of things. We are going to have pâté en croûte. We are going to have the things. We have to do. I mean, I like to incorporate a lot of things from Sisu, but created also as well who match the place
New.
also as well.
Yeah.
So the food will be very interesting. The people who love Sisu food, but then they should come, because of course it will be not similar, but it will remind them about the Sisu food that they know about it. So yeah. So
Okay.
I will say quite a lot of things, not really in one particularly, but plenty of things. So and I'll
Yes.
see it, and then those people who will come, they will be the one to decide which will be the signature dish.
We're excited for that. Let's go to the photos, no?
Yeah,
So
sure.
very interesting story.
Oh
Just
my
to
God.
provide
So,
context on the photos. Uh, of course, this one, chef. When were you awarded as a Master Chef of France?
okay, so this one was in 2015.
Ah,
That's when the chef of the Maitre France decided to include me part of this association. So it was 2015. Just to let you know, the same batch of the chef who was part of the Maitre France was Alain Ducasse. Do you know Alain Ducasse? So
wow.
I was the same batch than Alain Ducasse. Or let's say he was the same batch than me.
It was the same batch as you, of course, chef.
No, but I mean, just to let you know that this association is really something very serious,
Prestigious.
and then I'm very
Yeah.
proud for the Philippines. And it's not only for me, but of course, me
Yes.
personally, I'm very happy to be part of this one. But also as well for the Philippines, that's finally you have also as well a Maître Cuisinier de France, and here who love your country, and then who stay here and then do his best that he do, which is cooking French food. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
So that was in 2015. Oh, that's not in 2015. Oh my God.
Oh
So
my God.
that's
Who's this?
yeah. So that's me. That's me. With my long hair, and then that's my. I'm on top of my horsey, little bit of horse. That's quite long. Huh? I'm seeing I'm 6 years old, or maybe less than that. This one, it's funny because I don't know which picture that you have the next one, but at this age, this is where I met the uncle of Anna, the Monseigneur, Father Gigi Gaston. So that's when
Yeah.
Yeah.
age, that's the time that I met him. Yeah. So that's why for me it's really my uncle of the Philippines. So yeah. So I made voila, that's perfect. So the young little boy is me, and then I'm sorry.
No, you can
Okay,
Yes.
that's sure.
yeah.
And then the woman with the glasses, it's my grandmother on my father's side, but the old woman near me, it's the grandmother of Anna.
Ah,
Ah.
So that's how I'm telling you the two families knew each other.
yes.
So I met the grandmother of Anna before I met Anna, my wife. So it's funny.
It was meant to be. You were
Yeah, I'm
meant
sure
to
they're
be.
very happy.
Somehow. So if you notice, so here my brother is there, my dad and my mom is there, some cuisine, and then we have Father Gigi Gaston, which is the young guy just standing up, and then the guy, the French guy, that's the priest from France, yeah. So yeah, so that's perfect.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was telling you.
Ah.
The family together, yeah. Oh, so that's my first cooking adventure. That's when I was apprentice in the Ritz Hotel. So look at the kitchen.
Oh
See,
yeah.
so that's what I was. I was 16 years old, and then that's my chef de partie, Mr. Chef Ronet. Ronet, his name. And then we were in the cold kitchen here. So the cold kitchen at this time, we don't have a butchery or whatever separate. The cold kitchen was taking care of all the cutting of the meat, the portioning, and things like that. So when you look at it, it's all the fridge. You know, we were like that was during the renovation of the kitchen of the Ritz. So it was like how can I say just an option kitchen at this time. So that's why you can see that how it looks like. You know, it looks a little bit scary, but it was in the Ritz. I learned a lot of things there. It was fantastic. You know, all the chefs. That's what I'm saying to the young people. You have to be very careful of the first job that you get. Start well. Start well in a nice place, so you will learn a lot, and then it will open so much door for you. Definitely, yeah.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
a very nice, funny pictures. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
Wow.
so that's okay because I'm also as well part of the Disciples Escoffier association. So that's with a big guy of Escoffier. He came here for dinner. I think that was in Discovery. That was a dinner organized by our president at this time, who was like John Philip Golding. Okay, because John Philip Golding is the founder of the Escoffier here in the Philippines. Somehow it's because of him that the Escoffier association exists here in the Philippines. Okay, so he's the
Nice.
one who started all of that. So we have a couple of chefs now. A lot of chef French was a part of the association, but most of them they left. So I'm thinking I'm the only French chef now based on the association. So I hope more will come and more will join us. So it was a very important night on this one because this is a day that I get intronized like disciple of Escoffier chef. Yeah, the very nice
What's with
association.
the bigote? The bigote.
I don't know if it's a bigote. I'm thinking it's like not chef properly. I'm thinking at this time.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a Maitre Cuisine France. So that's when I become Maitre Cuisine France.
Oh, nice.
So
Wow. Yeah.
yeah, the gentleman in suit, that's my chef, my mentor chef. I know him since 1985. I was apprentice with him. So his name is Mr. Guy Leguet, a very well-known chef, very respectable in France among all the chefs here. It's a very nice memory. I like it.
Nice.
Association of the chef, Maitre Cuisine France. This is our president of the Maitre Cuisine France, Christian. Yeah, Christian Tête-d'Oie. Christian Tête-d'Oie I was able to bring him here in the Philippines.
Yes. We met him.
Yeah, he came here and then we did a special dinner at Brasserie Sisu at this time. So he came here. It was very nice. He liked very much the Philippines. And then after that, he was able to come back in the Philippines, invited by Chef William, William Mai. I don't know if you remember him.
Of course.
Yeah. Chef William Mai started with the City of Dream when it's a fine dining restaurant, and then Chef Christian Tedwa came for forehand dinner at this time, and then he loved to the Philippines so well. I mean, why not organizing another dinner with him soon, so at least he can come back here in the Philippines, since now the traveling and then the customs, they are all open, so why not? He will love to do that again. Here in Admiral, definitely. Well, that's the Kouign-amann, the famous Kouign-amann.
Yes.
That's all of you love, and then that's because of the Kouign-amann that I was able to survive during the pandemic. Thank you very much to all of you to have ordered those one. Then the Kouign-amann, it's something. It's a funny story because to be honest with you, it's my wife Anna who pushed me to do that, and then I didn't really wanted to do it because I said, it's very simple. It's like nothing really. It's not me. It's not creative or like a chef things or whatever. It's only pastry or whatever. Blah 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 blah. So she really pushed me to do that. I was able to secure a very nice recipe and working on very nice recipe. And then basically I started to do that in restaurant Sisu in Hôtel Ritz. So that was my first Kouign-amann. I remember I served that on the plate with a nice caramel coulis, and then I was serving a salted caramel ice cream on top of that. People was crazy about that. And then after that, I did a different kind of Kouign-amann. I did savory. I did different. We were able, when I was in Brasserie Sisu, we were able to have a stand in a mega mall to sell only Kouign-amann there. It was very successful also as well. So yeah, and I'm still doing it. So it's still there. The Kouign-amann of Sisu still there. And people love it here. So sugar, butter. A lot of sugar, a lot of butter, and a little bit more sugar and butter. So people like that. So do not ask me how many calories, but it's fine. That's what is very important. So, well, that's the family. Okay.
The family.
So Anna, of course, Antonin and Cassandra. That's a long picture taken because I think that's the last time. Then we were the four of us together, and it's been I think it's been 4 years already that we didn't met against together. Yeah. So
Anna is still pretty.
I'm sorry.
Anna is still pretty until now. She's still pretty.
Yeah, I'm very lucky on that. I choose the perfect one. Yeah, I choose the perfect one.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. She's very pretty, and I'm very happy, and I'm very happy I met her because she helped me a lot by staying here in the Philippines and doing like that. Yeah. So the two kids, of course, I miss them big time. Both of them are in Montreal. So Cassandra she's working there. She's very happy, and then having a residence there. So I think she will get Canadian passport maybe soon. I don't know. So she will have like French, Canadian, and Filipino. And then Antonin is still studying, so he's doing engineering there in Canada. So very happy also as well. So they are not so far each of them, so they can see each of them and then have a drink and then nice good food together. So at least they are not so far alone. So they are together. So which is very good. So hope this year I can see them since now all the pandemic is done and then we can really go back to traveling. So I hope that will be happening. So that will be cool, to see them again. So, but they are very supportive, all of them. Yeah. And then that's me now. The chef executive of Admiral Hotel, MGallery. Okay. So I took over. I'm here, I will say. And then I'm starting to build a very nice team. Love the team already. We did quite a lot of things already, which is very nice. It's only the beginning. So, like I tell you, the soft opening is really for guests, for invited guests on tomorrow and Saturday.
Okay.
And then slowly we'll do the soft opening, yeah. Because
Yeah.
here in the Philippines, it's everybody get excited when there is something new, and then
Yes.
after, what I mean. So of course, when you are new, I mean, it's not like you cannot compare yourself to Intercontinental, where it's like or to a whole hotel or whatever, with like everything is like like the clock, everything like move like everything like that. So which is that's a challenge, and that's what I like also as well. But
Uh-huh.
I hope everybody will be nice, and then indulge with us with our soft opening.
Mhm.
And then and I hope they will love the
Yeah.
product as well. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
G De La Cueva said, parang gusto ko tuloy pumunta bukas. I'm sure tomorrow will be an exciting day for you. So it's not open to the public, right? Or can people
Okay, so
apply?
no, tomorrow, people cannot just like come and work and then do the things. It's more on invitation for tomorrow, okay? Because we wanted to make sure that we can take care of everybody properly, and not like opening the door and then everyone coming. We don't want that. We want to make it. We are professionals. We want to do it like a soft opening. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
So of course, so it's not like. Not everybody can come, but it's like it will come. So I mean, everybody will have their turn, I'm sure. So that's the thing. So we are opening, but for invitation, yeah, definitely, yeah, for
Okay.
now.
Wow, very inspiring, chef. Now, let's move forward. No, I
Yeah.
think maybe what I wanted to ask you is any advice for the young people, because Manila, although pandemic dampened a lot of the hospitality industry, there are a lot of new places.
Yep.
There's they say the Ritz is opening in Resorts World. A new Star in Cebu is opening. Mot 32. There's a lot of international, and then and you have MGallery now opening. A lot of the high-end stuff are coming to the Philippines, luxury, and they're needing more, people in the industry. But the pandemic, like, there was a gap, like a skill gap, I guess. Any advice for those people starting now in the industry, and how do they navigate this?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's good thing that you talk about the opening the new things like us in Accor. I'm thinking we are going to have like 5 more hotel opening. I'm thinking one more MGallery.
Wow.
So it's going to be like, so for all of this hotel, well, you need executive chef, you need chef, you need sous chef, you need a chef de partie. So definitely, so those people who are looking for work, they should stay tuned and then listening happening what's happening. So to get the opportunity and on the right time. Okay.
Yep.
Now for these young people who wants to become a chef, okay, what I will say is like, if they can afford, okay, because that's the thing, then so not everybody has the same and the same like money on the pocket, I will say. But what is
Mhm.
important is to go to a school at least, okay. So at least you can learn really the basic. We have different school here in the Philippines, culinary school, with fantastic chefs who do their job properly in terms of giving, I will say, the best technique, sharing the best technique, sharing their experience to the young student. And then again, I will repeat. I think it's the third time that I will say that, but the most important is the start. Where do you start? If you start in the restaurant in the I have nothing against canteen or like pizzeria or whatever. What I mean?
Mhm.
I love pizza. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not wanted to say something bad about that. It's very important to learn how to do a nice pizza. That's of course. But if you want to become a chef on fine dining or things like that, this is where you have to start. This is where you have to go. You have to go maybe in a hotel and then start with a very young, maybe casual, maybe, or like commis only,
Mhm.
and then this is what you have to do, and then you have to work hard, show the interest to the chef, because that's the things. We are looking for people who are interested to move in this industry. We are looking for people who really want and be passionate of that. If
Yep.
there is some people who just do that just like that because they have nothing else to do, or they are not passionate, it's very difficult for us to share all our knowledge with them. Because why would we share something with them if they are not really passionate on that? And then this is what the people need to learn. It's not about like just like going somewhere and then we just work, do your 8 hours of work, and then that's it. No, it's about like getting the most important information, getting the things from the chef. All the chef will share. I mean, I that's what I believe. Because if we don't share, then what will happen? We'll die, and then with all our knowledge, and then what has happened? Okay, so that's it. But if you share the things, and then if we go, then people will say, "Oh, this is what I learned from Chef Cyrille, or this is what I learned from Sam," like that, like that, like that, like that. So this is very important to share your things. Okay, I know that in the industry, some chefs are not really, really open to that,
Yeah.
but I will say it's very not anymore. Okay, it's getting much better now, and thankfully to all of these young chefs who finally come. And then after we have to prize also as well but the very creative and very I will say knowledge of the Filipino chef. Look at all the new restaurants that open, who
Yeah.
are opened by a Filipino chef who get like crazy. I mean, isn't it? So we have to acknowledge that. We have to make sure that we support all of them, because those guys. It's not because that you are from the Philippines that you then, well, that's it. You know what I mean? No, there is a proof that chef open their restaurant and then they are very successful in terms of in the Philippines, but not only in the Philippines but in Asia. So I think we have to support that also as well. And then for young chef, I will say Filipino young chef, yeah, it's a matter of choosing the right first job, and then after that, because you will get opportunity, then you will have so many doors opening for you. You can go abroad if you want to go abroad. You can go to any of chefs if you want, as soon that you start very, very well, and as soon that you are, I will say, support by the chef. Your first chef is very important. I mean, because he's the one who normally guides you. He's the one who normally design your career. Okay. Of course, after that, you don't have to get married with him for the whole years. That's
Yeah.
not what I'm saying. But he's the first chef is very important, because he's the one who really understand you and really put you in the right, I will say, right road, and to pursue your career. And then he's the one who sometimes, if you do something wrong, or if you choose the wrong path for the wrong career or whatever, he's the one that you can come back and say, "Hey, what do you think?" He's like a mentor. So that's what is very important. So choose well. I will say to the young guy, choose well your first job. Choose a chef where you can feel that you trust him, of course, and then you like what he's doing. That's very important. Don't go somewhere where the chef you don't really like him or you don't like what he's doing. Go somewhere else, and then and then follow your path. Make sure you work. I will say work hard and everything, but everybody says that it's not about work hard. It's like work smart. I will say. When I say work smart, it means that do things that will make you highlight, that the chef will look and then say, "Wow, why is this guy is shining and not the other one?" You know what I mean? So that's the thing, because that's what we are looking. We are looking for the people who are shining, because we want to share with them to make them a little bit more, and then so they can go to abroad, they can do things like that, and then they can continue their career. Yeah. So that's what I will say to them. Choose the right things. Choose what you want to do.
Chef, I think that's why you're very popular and people like you a lot, because you like to share.
Yes.
Well,
You're not stingy about, what you know. It's your nature. You're naturally like that.
well, this is our force. We need to share, because if we don't share, what will happen? You you will be alone in your kitchen, and then no one will come to you, and then that's it. So yeah. No, I have plenty of chefs who work for me, who are like commis, and then now they are chef executive somewhere.
Yep.
Most of them, there's quite a lot who are in abroad. They in Finland. They do fantastic there. And then they call me. They say, "Thank you very much, chef. Sometimes you were hard with us, but now I understand why." We can tell them, we can show that, we learn quite a lot. So yeah. So yeah.
Very nice.
Chef, I have a question. I'm just curious because you've seen Manila from Prince Albert up to the pandemic, up to the next phase. And the next phase, although we're facing a recession, I noticed that a lot of the high ends are opening in Manila. What's happening? And why do like the Ritz is opening, MGallery is opening, New Star Mot 32 is opening? A lot of people are opening in Manila. What are they thinking in terms of the Philippines in the culinary scene? What's happening?
And I can tell you what will be the next that we will have finally. We will have maybe a guide Michelin Philippines, because all of this restaurant and all of this big company who wants to finally come here. The reason why I will say is because finally everybody understand that the Philippines it's not a joke in terms of country, and then we have so much talent people here in the Philippines, and then we show it. It's not about just having talent and not showing it. We show it. There's so many people who are doing so much things for the Philippines. I will mention Chef Cyrille Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Look what he's doing here in the Philippines. He's doing a great job. He put really the Philippines on the map of the world by doing this kind of things. And then I'm thinking that most of the chefs, that's what we are doing now. And then finally, maybe the foreigner chef who has plenty of talent, they finally understand that this is not the worst country in the world, the Philippines. And then finally, we can come to work here, and then we are safe and everything. I think the prejudice that we used to have at the beginning, long time ago, I said, "Oh my God, you are going to work in the Philippines. What will happen to you? Okay, good luck or whatever." But I'm sorry, I've been here since 1999, so it's like 23 years. Okay, and then I never get afraid to go anywhere in the Philippines. Of course, you don't be an asshole. Okay, sorry to say that very bad word. Be natural, be nice. If you are nice, then people are nice to you. And then I think that's the reason why now everybody is very interesting to spend money here in the Philippines, because it's somehow starting to become serious in terms of business, and then it's also as well stable. Well, I know that we have different kind of president, and today we have another one, and then today is his day. But at least the country didn't really fall apart crazy. I'm saying, I know things happen, and then it's not about clear always. But for the foreigner people, personally, me, I'm okay here, and that's the reason why, after the 9 years that Anna give me in France, and I tell her, okay, so you are 9 years in France, I'm going to give you 9 years in the Philippines, and then it's already 23 years now, so she did very well.
Nice.
So maybe that's the reason people are starting to understand that it's a nice place to work, and then there is things to do. It's not like where maybe Singapore or Hong Kong is like quite crowded already with all of the things.
Yeah.
We still have a lot of things to do here, and then that's the reason why people are interesting to do, because it's like we still have a lot of things to do. You know what I mean? So it's not like finished in terms of culinary option. No, there's so many things to do. And then Manila is one thing, but look at it. Look at Bacolod, look at Cebu, look at everywhere. Everywhere is getting like crazy, and then everywhere people likes to eat, and everyone, everywhere people wants to go to the restaurant. So, and then here also as well in the Philippines, people really love to go to restaurant. You know what I mean? And then that's the thing. So even if they have some people to cook for them or whatever at home, they still want to go out. They still want to have this I will say this touch of seeing people, seeing new things, seeing trying good food.
Do you know what? Do you know what they call it here? They call it revenge dining.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the revenge dining, yeah, why not? Yeah, well, of course, after the pandemic, everybody wants to go out and everything,
Yeah.
but still, even before the pandemic, people really love to go out here in the Philippines. I think that's I think in 1 week, when you calculate the 1 week, they have less night at home dinner than the night outside, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they really prefer to go outside. So, and then you know how it is, for anything there is a party. So birthday there, but promotion there, whatever, or just like because you don't see somebody since long time, or relative coming from abroad, boom, it's straight away in the restaurant, enjoying things like that. So I think that's the reason why people like it, yeah. And then it's like yeah, I mean, there's so many things now, so many things new. Um, and then big brand like Accor. I'm talking about Accor.
Accor. Yes,
For
Accor.
them to open 5 more hotels in the Philippines, it means that there is something. It's not they will not do that
Yeah.
if the business is not there or whatever. So it's like it's yeah, it's very important. And I think that's the reason why people are doing that. And then there is space. We still have space, I will say. So when I say space, it means that it's not like of course it's crowded in Manila in terms of traffic and things like that, but we still have space to do a lot of things more. More hotel to. I mean, you look at in where we are now in Rojas Boulevard. There's so many on Rojas Boulevard. There's so many old place which was before hotel and everything, which need to be renovated and then need to be reopened by other brand or other hotels. So it will happen. Definitely, it will happen. Yeah, yeah. I think it's a nice cycle that now that new hotel, new things will open, and which is good because then finally we will keep all our talent here in the Philippines, and then they don't have to go abroad. They will stay with us because there will be more option for them to learn food and then to continue the job, which is very important also as well. Yeah, yeah.
Congrats! So very inspiring
Very nice.
interview, and
Thank you, to you, Anton, and to you, Nancy. Thank you for inviting me. Okay.
Thank you for
yeah.
inspiring us and also the audience.
Yes,
Thank you
of
very
course. I hope that they can. Well, I hope I did something, and if not, I'm sure they can even for those who missed today. I think they can go back to your Facebook page, no, Anton,
Yes.
and they can.
much.
On
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yes.
They can, and then they can listen every day.
Yeah.
All
And
the people
regard
you'll be
Anna.
training, required watch for those people working with Chef Sisu. No, very inspiring chef, and I'm actually so inspired. What happens next in the Philippines? And thank you for helping the Filipinos
Yep.
get to where we are today. Get to where we are today. Getting out of the pandemic. Any last questions, Nancy, or
No,
your?
I said say hello to Anna and well, we should wish our new tourism director secretary the best because she's going to have many exciting projects. She said, yeah,
Yeah.
Oh. Mike
Please.
said, we miss you, chef.
yeah.
Mike.
Mikey San Miguel was working with me in Impression, by the way. Very nice guy.
Ah,
And then he decided to start a new job. He opened his own restaurant.
wow.
His restaurant is a tacos restaurant, Mexican restaurant. Very popular. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Which
So
one? What's the name? What's the name?
I think I will make mistake if I say because but I'm sure he
Yeah.
can. He can see
You
me
can
say it
post it
now.
in the comments.
Yeah, he
Okay,
can see me, right? So,
Mikey.
but it's very nice, very nice place to go. Okay,
All right.
if you miss taco and then Mexican food, you go there. It sounds very nice.
All right. Maraming salamat. Thank you, chef.
Thank you to
Thank
all
you
of
for
you.
everybody watching on the live stream. Please like and share this video to your family and friends who wants to be inspired, who are getting into the culinary industry, especially here in the Philippines. Maraming salamat. And see you in Admiral.
Yes, yes, please. I invite everyone to come, not tomorrow, but when we'll be finally okay. But yeah, I mean, finally open, I will say, for the walking and things like that. So please, and then ask for me, okay? And then, but normally you don't need to ask for me. I will be right there, and then you
We
will
will
see.
ask for you. We want to see. Yeah.
Yes, yes, please,
Okay.
please. I will be very happy and very excited to meet all of them and then to welcome them here in Admiral Hotel MGallery.
All right. Maraming salamat. Thank you. Live an awesome life, guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
that
Okay.
is good.
Thank you, thank you. Take care, take care.
Can you do a short